So this is the self-development with tactics book. So today it's once again just gonna be some audio. After I think 2 days it should be of video as well, which I produced, by the way, because I am not at home. Well, now I am, but I'm not gonna be at home tomorrow, and I guess the next day as well. And on Sunday I should be, where I should be. I don't know, like, I'm just thinking that I should also upload this episode for, Monday? Well, I guess I'm gonna do that, so I'm not gonna talk about that much, but I'm gonna see if there is something interesting, if there is something of interest for me, and this actually head to Reddit. I don't know why, but you know, let's see what I can find here. I'm afraid I will never recover. My entire immediate family are obese. I have a sister that's probably close to 500 pounds. She doesn't stand more than a couple seconds at a time. The rest are over 300 pounds. I've stayed in the neighborhood of 200 pounds, which is also not, you know, it's quite something. But I don't know, like, I don't really think that, well, you know, it is difficult to say, because apparently it is the case that genetics and some conditions that you're just born with do really quite, you know, if, I don't know, like, I've heard that, and just because I'm very interested in, you know, gaining weight and losing weight and staying lean and all of that good stuff, I thought that, you know, I've seen that there is some conditions and there is some reasons for people that you know, so that they naturally get obese and or overweight, at least. Of course, I do really also believe that one's lifestyle and, you know, how one is just living their life quite is also a big factor. But the thing is, aren't those genetically made, well, what I want to say is, because of your genes, you are a certain person, I guess, you know, and you are a certain person that makes you maybe a person that is not moving that much and or likes fatty food and or just gains weight very easily, which apparently is also the case. You know, there's this type of body and that type of body. So I don't know, like, for me at this point in time, since I really am interested in that, I can't really say, yeah, you know, you will recover. I can't really say that, since there is some conditions that make it very, very, very difficult for people to lose weight, for some people. But I still believe, like, I don't know if just, you know, saying it like theoretically, I don't say that you should be doing this, but starving yourself quite, you know, it is going to lead to weight loss. You know, it's probably going to be the case, but I think, as you know, as it is quite often, maintaining that and also sustaining such a lifestyle is going to be relatively difficult. But I don't know, like, I think the first thing to do is, well, I would actually say moving a bit more, because even though, like, well, is it just eating better or eating less and or differently just, and or it is moving? You know, what should be the first thing? But I kind of would say, like, moving, you know, really getting to know moving and moving your body, if you can move. If you can't move, then it's obviously going to be about your diet. Yeah, it is going to be about your diet, because the thing is, yeah, okay, you might be having some genetically reasons why you are just obese. Yeah, this could be the case, but you know, but still, like, I don't know, if you're eating right, it's gonna change something, you know. Right meaning low calorie, high volume, for example, like a lot of veggies. I would also say a lot of protein, and I would also say, if you can, trying to build some muscle, since the amount of muscle that you have, and or the more muscle you have, the higher your I don't remember what it is called, but the amount of calories that you're burning while quite doing nothing, it is higher, just because muscles need a lot of calories apparently, and therefore this amount is also higher. Whereas fat does not burn that many calories, even though maybe also cold therapy can help, in terms of taking cold showers to turn some of that white fat into brown fat, which apparently is also using up some calories as far as I know. But I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a therapist, I'm quite nothing. I'm just a guy that's interested in this kind of things quite. But yeah, it's for me very difficult to say whether you will recover or whether this person can even recover or not, since some people say like, there is some reasons for people quite not being power washing porn. There's a community that's called like that. I don't know if I want to check that out. I don't really think so. I have no self-confidence, no self-esteem, and it's affecting my marriage. Help. Throwaway account for obvious reasons. I'm honestly not sure where to begin, so this will be extremely long. Some may even say I've written a book. Haha, I understand. I need a therapy, but I can't afford it, and I'm not sure where to turn. I know, and I've Googled it and I was searching for it, but as far as I know, there is some either low cost or free online therapy. Even though I do also want to say, and I also do have to say, that most often I believe, I don't know, because, I don't want to judge people, but very often it is the case that that money is spent on things that, we don't actually need, and sometimes it's just a little bit of an excuse as well. Like, okay, I can't afford it, so I'm not gonna get it. But in the end, if you really want to have it, and if you really want to do that, then you're probably in some way also going to be able to get it. If you really, really need it and want to have it. As it is with therapy, like, yeah, I know that it is expensive, but of course, there is some cheaper alternatives, and it just really heavily depends on where you're living. If there is some governmental support, if there is no governmental support, and so on and so on and so on. But yeah, maybe just Googling what it is, some 3 alternatives to that. I have seen some question and answer thing, but I would definitely also consider Reddit being a very good option, or just some other platforms where you can ask questions and get help. And well, let's actually Google it. Free psychologist. Can I find something? Online psychologist, text, chat, video, or call. BetterHelp.com. Welcome to BetterHelp. Yeah, okay. I agree, blah, 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 blah. Fuck off. As it is, I don't want to say recommended, but featured in the New York Times, the WSJ, which is the Wall Street Journal, Self, Fox 5, Chicago Tribune, and Entrepreneur. And there I'm seeing some categories like depression and stress and anxiety and self-esteem, anger, relationships, grief, and more. What if I press on more? What type of counseling are you looking for? Well, I'm a little bit concerned that I'm then gonna get some counseling, because I don't want to take up the space. Well, individual counseling for myself, couple counseling, teenage counseling for my child. I'll be walking you through the process. Well, I'm gonna just take the individual one. What is your gender? I'm male. How old are you? I am 19. What is your orientation? Straight. Does this matter? What is your relationship status? I am single. Do you consider yourself to be religious? Let's pick no. I just actually don't know. Do you consider yourself to be spiritual? Yes, I would say so. Have you ever been counseling or therapy before? No. Do you feel that your mental health is being impacted by the coronavirus outbreak? Maybe. Yes, no, maybe. How would you rate your current physical health? Very good. How would you rate your current eating habits? I would say good. Are you currently experiencing overwhelming sadness, grief, or depression? No. Maybe they're then gonna say, well, yeah, just fuck off then. If you're not having any problems, just, fuck yourself. Over the past 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by any of the following problems? Little interest or pleasure in doing things? Not at all. I just actually don't want to go through. Well, I have to. Well, I'm gonna just pick something. I literally only want to see whether I can. Are you currently employed? No, let's just. It's really quite a bunch of questions, which I think is good. But I just want to see. Who referred you to BetterHelp? Other. Which country are you in? I'm actually based in Austria, so I'm gonna pick Austria. What is your preferred language? Languages that are available are English, Arabic, Dutch, French, Hebrew, Hindi, Persian, Romanian, actually, Spanish, Turkish, and Urdu. Or Urdu, whatever. No, fuck, man. You've completed the questionnaire. I've just picked Arabic. I don't speak Arabic, but let's see. Now you can create an account, but you can also go forward with Google. So maybe I'm gonna do that. I'm actually quite grateful that I'm not doing it with fuck off. Not with a video, because you would be able to see all of that shit, and I would have to blur quite a lot of things out. Can you please work? Thank you. I agree to the terms. I just want to see whether password is too short. I just want to see. Please enter your verification code. Suck my dick. No, I'm not going to do that. Let's just BetterHelp. Let's just see. Why are you doing this to me? The funny thing even is that it was an added or advertised homepage as well. What is BetterHelp? BetterHelp is the largest online counseling platform worldwide. We changed the way people get help with facing life challenges, providing convenient, discreet, and affordable access to a licensed therapist. It makes it available all the time, actually, anywhere, and from a computer, tablet, or smartphone, which actually is quite amazing. Who are the counselors? How will be helping me by probably talking to you, I guess. How does messaging work? There's also messaging, apparently. How much does it cost? Let's see. The cost of counseling through BetterHelp ranges from $50 to $70 per week, billed every 4 weeks. You can cancel your membership at any time for any reason. So it is not free. Free psychologist. Maybe, can I get free therapy or counseling by the NHS.UK? Let's see, could you just please find an NHS psychological therapist service. Psychologist therapy service, also known as improving access to psychological therapies. What are psychological therapies? CBT, actually, guided self-help counseling for depression and whatnot. So what if I find an NHS whatever? See problems that can treat? Start now. The service will contact you. You will be recommended a therapist. You can also call Samaritans free on 116 123 if you want to talk to someone now. Continue. So it's gonna take a while. Well, yeah, there's some things that you have to put into that kind of machine. Where can I find a free psychologist? Let's see if I can find something on some blogs. Yeah, please go away. Thank you. Free low-income therapy services. Apparently there is something like that. Sliding scale therapists, mental health care mobile apps. Yeah. Support groups, crisis hotlines. Yes. I do believe that there is crisis hotlines quite everywhere. Like I know that in Austria there is a bunch of them actually. So why not using them? Can you get therapy for free? It can be hard to find free counseling, but it is possible to find free or low-cost counseling services if you look in the right places. You can get free therapy from religious institutions and community centers in your local area. If you're a student, you might be able to get free counseling from your college or university. Let's actually move on. I do hope that I've been able to kind of answer that in a relatively good way, but yeah. Let's see. YouTube account, no. Why do I really want to talk to someone when I'm lonely but feeling lazy to continue the conversation afterwards? Most of the times I felt very lonely and wanting to talk to someone about anything. I feel like I just wanted to talk, but after I started talking to someone, I immediately lose interest to continue the conversation. I feel like I wanted to be left alone, but the cycle continues. I actually really dearly know that, because it is happening to me as well in some way. Even though I often believe that, okay, I really don't want to do something, but if I then do it, then it is actually quite something amazing. On the other hand, I sometimes also experience things like, okay, I really want to do something, and then I do it, and then it's actually not that amazing like I thought it is. But I guess it is really about, first of all, living in the present and really feeling yourself and really feeling the time, and also feeling like what it is like to be alone, because it is not that bad. It really is not. And I don't know, on one hand, I also do have to say and want to say that sometimes it is a bit of a habit, I think, to be alone and then therefore also stay alone, which, yeah, it's fucked up, because then you maybe are losing some connections and contacts and whatnot, which is not an amazing thing. It's actually rather a pretty bad thing. But I would say, well, force yourself to do and be in the place where you are, to just break the cycle. Okay, I'm not going to give in, I'm going to do that. And then really experiencing it and experiencing what it feels like, and then also thinking about it. Maybe, you're also going to journal, maybe you're going to write something down, maybe you're going to just talk to the camera or talk into your microphone or smartphone about it, so that, I really have seen that by talking, you really create thoughts, and you really create new ways of thinking about things, as it is with writing things down, because you clearly have to communicate what the fuck is in your head, and then sometimes you come to conclusions, which also happened to me, that, okay, it's actually that way and this way, and, I'm actually not that bothered by this and that. So I think writing down is a bit better than talking, but some people just really don't want to write, just also because it is a lot of effort. Yeah. I've been suffering from extreme self-loathing for years and I need help. What is self-loathing? I actually don't know what it is. Hatred. Well, I shouldn't actually go through that many of these questions because, yeah, I'm not that good at that. I'm not that good at helping people that are depressed and stuff. Quote by Rock, or The Rock Johnson. Successful people do what they need to do even when they don't feel like it. So toughen up, motherfucker. I know the last two words are added by me, but a new challenge: pick up a morning mini habit. Add one of the following mini habits into your waking up schedule or routine. Drink a full glass of water, do 15 push-ups, or turn the shower to cold for the last 30 seconds. Plus alertness. Well, yeah. How much time have I actually been recording? I feel like that it's been some time. 20 minutes. Yeah. Hunt, don't chase. Hunt, don't chase is a saying that my father regularly told me as a child, and this is what it means. Well, I'm actually going to go through this just because I'm interested. While hunting, never pounce on the first animal you see as soon as it appears, because it will always result in you chasing it. Instead, wait for the right animal to come along, pursue it carefully, and wait until it stands up before aiming and taking a shot. This doesn't just apply to hunting, it applies to life in general. In life, you must never jump at the first opportunity you see, whether you're trying to find a job or looking for love, because you'll lose that opportunity and end up chasing it. Instead, wait for the right opportunity to come along and carefully pursue it by laying out a long-term plan in order to achieve it. I hope this small nugget of wisdom has helped you in a way or in any way. Have a nice day. It's beautiful, simple, and it's so accurate metaphor. If your dad is still alive, give him a thanks for me. Same from me and me. Mixed feelings on this one. I know, right? What if the first opportunity is the only good opportunity and the rest are bad? How does one know? You don't. You don't know. You know, you can guess and you can, think. And as it is with all the decisions that we're making in life, and I'm just realizing something, as funny as it is, because I've been talking about it before, but we make decisions based on what we know at this point in time. Of course, we might be knowing more in the future, but we don't know it now. So in the future, being like, well, why did I take this decision? Why did I make this decision? It doesn't make any sense. It's really nonsensical, and it's just a waste of energy and time and everything, because you've had that amount of wisdom and that amount of knowledge back in the day, so you took this decision. Yeah, it is what it is. You can dwell about it, you can be whining and complaining and whatnot, but it's not going to change anything. It's just actually going to make everything worse. This is what it changes things to. But yeah, with that being said, I think that I'm going to end the episode. So I wish you the best health, of happiness, and all success, and also hope that you're going to remind yourself and you're going to be remembered, which basically means your legacy, and basically means just being a nice person and then being remembered as a nice person. Yeah, and the one last thing, 3 other questions that I have for you are, why are you here? What are you trying to change, and what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea, which is a pretty fucking cool thing. And yeah, one last thing that I have for you is, what could you essentially say to another person that is indeed going to change their life? Because I totally believe that we all can say something, and that we all can say something that's indeed going to change somebody's life. And yeah, I'm going to see you the next time, so bye-bye, and I love you. Please take care of yourself, your family members, all your loved ones, and also your friends, because they're amazing, I assume. So yeah, gonna see you the next time. Bye-bye.